Hi folks, Trev here with a few simple tips on how to haggle, how to get some discounts and how to save money. The first thing is quite simple, is to just ask. If you don't ask, you don't get, and I would ask all the time or most of the time if I can have some sort of a discount. The second thing is to have confidence when you ask. The third thing is to, as opposed to asking, can you give me a discount? Would you give me a discount? But to ask or to make a statement and say, if you can do it for this price, we have a deal. And for me, that works 99% of the time. So for example, I was buying something there about a month ago. It was costing me €2,000, and I just threw an email reply and I said, if you can do this for me for $17.50, we have a deal. I'll have the money over to you right away. And I got a reply back to say yes. So that was a €250 saving on $2,000. And again, I didn't ask could you or would you, or I didn't. I had my figures ready as well, so I made sure I knew what to ask for, because that person may have only given me a €10 discount. I was in B&Q there recently as well, and we were getting some felt. It was the last one left, and there was a small crack in a small bit of it, but it was fine. I was still going to buy it anyway. But I said it to the guy at discount, and I asked him if he had any others in stock because there was a small crack in it. And he told me the best he could do was give me a 10% discount, which I was fine with. And again, if I hadn't have asked, I wouldn't have got it. We were going past the McDonald's drive-thru there recently, and it was in the morning time, so I was getting a breakfast. My daughter was with me in the car, and I just asked her if she had one of the McDonald's toys. I said I was happy to pay for it, which I was, but just to give her one of the McDonald's toys to keep her entertained in the car for a while, and she kindly gave it out to me at no cost. So thanks McDonald's for that. But again, if I hadn't have asked, I wouldn't have got that. Make sure that if someone says to you or asks you what your budget is, I would never give a budget, because if my budget's €1,000, well then it's going to cost 1,000, and if my budget's 10,000, it's going to cost 10,000. So if someone says to me, "What's my budget?" I will ask them, come back to me with a price, and I'll have a think about it. When they then give me the price, let's say it's €1,000, I will say to them, I assume that includes all taxes and charges. I won't ask, does it, or I won't ask, are taxes extra? I will just say to the person, I assume that includes taxes. And it's very difficult then for them to say, no, it doesn't. So then if they say, yes, it includes taxes and charges and everything else, I would then put a counter offer and say, I tell you what, if you do that for 800 or 900 or 750, we have a deal. The other thing to point out as well is that if you save €100 on a €1,000, so you're saving €100, like in Ireland, the tax rates are 20% or 40%. So let's pretend the tax rate on average is 30%. To get that €100, you have to make €150. So you make €150, you pay your €50 taxes, and you walk away with €100. So you're not really just saving €100, or you're not really saving 10%. You're actually saving 15%. So in summary, the main things are: always ask, have confidence, but again, don't ask could you or would you, or could you maybe give me a discount. Have your numbers ready and make sure that you say whatever the figure is that you would like. Don't go to town, because people will say no, and be reasonable, because obviously the person who's working has to make a living as well and has to do okay out of the deal, otherwise you won't hear from them. And just ask politely. I assume that includes taxes and charges. They might say yes, they might say no. And then if you were to say to them, if it costs €1,000, you might say to them, if you can do it for 700 or 800 and 900, let me know. If the money ready to go, we can start this today or tomorrow. And generally that works for me 99% of the time. And remember, if you don't like this video, you don't have to subscribe.